Dear students, let us work out with the chapter trigonometric functions. This trigonometry you have studied even in 10th standard, but with only acute angles in a right angle triangle. You worked out with all trigonometric ratios like sine, cos, tan and all these things. And you worked out with some angular values like 30, 45, 90, 60 like this. Then it is an extension, and also you have proved that some formula like sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 when theta is the acute angle. Whereas in the 11th standard and 12th standard, entire mathematics, even trigonometric functions, if someone is very strong at his base and trigonometric ratios, equations, relations, functions, all these things, then the job will be very easy. Fundamentally, if you understand this concept of trigonometry, not even in acute angles, even obtuse angle or higher angles, or even in the xy plane, radius and all these things. Okay. With this, you will be able to work out very well for further number of subjects like calculus, coordinate, geometry, and so many other things, even in higher classes, higher education also. This is going to be a very fundamental base you need to adopt here at this moment. Agreed. Now, let us start with how everything works with angles, right? So, let us try to work out with what is an angle, right? From there we will start. Say I have O and A line, and I have O and B other line. Angle between this in the anti-clockwise direction, say theta. This angle, right? I'll call this as the positive angle. Whenever we take in anti-clockwise, we call this as positive angle. These are all conventions we have to follow, right? Similarly, OA, I'll call this as the initial side. From here we are measuring the degree, and to exactly OB we are working, so that's why I call that as the terminal side. Okay, this is anti-clockwise direction I have taken. This is positive angle. Same thing if I work out in a different way, say like this is OA, right? If I take OB here like this, and I take in clockwise direction, this theta, this is the initial side, and this is the terminal side. This angle in clockwise, if I take clockwise, we call this as negative direction, negative angle. Anti-clockwise, positive direction, and clockwise, negative direction. We call that negative angle. Okay? So fine. With this, you have also worked out measurement of this angle is going to be in terms of degrees, right? Measurement of this angle in terms of degrees. Okay, 1 degree, and 1 degree further divided into 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. This all you have studied, which will be represented by say 60 minutes. 1 minute, you call this as 60 seconds. That is, you represent like this. Okay, so this is the unit of measuring the angle in one way, but we have other way also in terms of radian, right? This is degree, and other one is degree, other one is radian. What is radian? We will see now. If at all, if I take, say, I take some unit circle, circle, and its You have studied in 8th, 9th, 10th standards about the circle. Say this is the circle. This is the center of the circle. I'll call it as O. Right? Then from here to any part of the circle, we write a line. We'll call this as the radius R. Right? It is same for everywhere. Wherever you write, it is equidistance. The definition of circle itself is that I'll take another point B. If at all this R value, the length of R, it is a linear distance, straight line distance, and this is the arc distance, AB arc distance. If at all I take an arc in such a way that this R is equal to AB arc value, okay, AB arc value, if this is equal to linear distance OA, that is R, radius. Because I have taken a unit circle, this is 1, right? So this is also 1 unit. It can be 1 centimeter, meter, kilometer, whatever that is. And this is also same distance, but taken in arc wise, that is angular distance, this distance, curvature distance. Okay. So if R is equal to, I'll call this as L. If R, whenever R is equal to L, radius is equal to length of the arc, then L by R is going to be 1. Right? Right. Then this angle I'll call it as theta. That theta is 1 radian when the radius is equal to the length of the arc, then this is equal to 1 radian. Okay, this is the definition of what is 1 radian, how we calculate as 1 radian. You know about what is the circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r, right? So this entire thing is 2 pi r. So this entire degree is equal to those many radians in terms of this angle value is going to be these many radians. Is it not? So this theta is equal to 2 pi r in such case, right? For a circle, if you take entire thing. But you know, this entire thing at center, if you take complete one rotation, you call this as 360 degrees, right? So 360 is equal to 2 pi r. You know, R value is unit circle is 1. So this is going to be 2 pi is equal to 360 degrees. Pi is equal to 360 by 2. That is 180 degrees. That means pi value, you know, 22 by 7. That is equal to 180 degrees. That is 180 degrees in terms of this angle, in radians. Okay. So 180 degrees is equal to pi radians, right? So pi radians equal to 180 degrees, right? 1 degree is equal to how much? 1 degree is equal to pi radians is equal to 180. So 1 degree is equal to pi by 180, right? Similarly, what is 1 radian? This radians. 1 radian is equal to cross multiplication 180 by pi. With this, we'll convert from radians to degrees, degrees to radians. You know, this is generally 90, right? This is 180. This is 270, and this is going to be 360, right? Similarly, I have taken 360 like this. Now, with this, if you want to convert this area, so far you have studied everything in terms of 90 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, like that only, no? So, you can take now as you have studied 30 degrees, right? 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. All these things you have studied in your previous class, that is 10th standard. Agreed. Now, If you convert the same thing into pi in radians, this is in degrees, right? To radians. So you have the formula right now. You have seen what is 1 degree is equal to how much? This is going to 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians, right? Pi by 180, right? Similarly, you convert that for 30 degrees, 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. So 30 is equal to 30 into pi by 180, that is going to be pi divided by 6. Similarly, this is going to be pi divided by 4 times 4, 45 are 180. So here it is pi by 3. This is pi by 2. Now we can extend like this also. Suppose if you take 180 degrees, this is going to be 180 is pi now. Right? Or otherwise you can say this is 2 pi by 2. You can write now. 2 get cancelled. Then 270 is equal to 3 pi by 2. 360 is equal to 4 pi by 2. That means 2 pi. Right? Or 4 pi by 2 or 2 pi. Right? This is how the general conversion. Suppose if you want to convert this into some degrees and minutes and seconds, minute values also, if you want to study, how do you study? You can study like conversion. You have the formula with you, right? Like 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. And 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degrees. Right? If you take up those values with the value of pi, you can very well see that 1 radian, if you simplify this 180 by pi, you will get a value of 57 degrees 16 minutes. Similarly, 1 degree you take into radians, this will come to 0.01746 approximately, right? These many radians. Okay, so with this you will be able to solve number of problems in exercise 3.1 given in NCERT CBSE book. Let us try to work out for the CBSE exercises now. Okay.